My path, coasting through these matches, I'm not bossing, I'm advancing, keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench, way, now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head down stage, they be like, see the crowd going, they be like.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Miami. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kick. Out.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Up the middle, Achane. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The short one there, caught by Likely. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Big strides, look at him go.
And all the touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 73 yards. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. They've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Number 1, hurry! Hurry!
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Mostert. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson. Look at the big man rumble. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that was so close to being a heck of a play. But when there's a free lane to the quarterback, it's always a risk. Him taking a hit if the screen doesn't set up in time for him to complete the throw.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Three straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They'll run right side with Mostert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Zion.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
All right, come on.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe, 27 yards. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my panthers. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving, till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Bit insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
But hey, what about it?
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, oh yeah, why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, tryna be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like worth for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, oh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
But hey, what about it?
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, oh yeah, why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, tryna be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like worth for 10K, all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, oh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost Lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a stay is.
But hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my feng shui. Now it's like worth for 10K all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a stay is.
But hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my feng shui. Now it's like worth for 10K all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a stay is.
But hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Richard Branson. Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is season with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins and themselves.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is season with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face. Wait, now it's like worth for 10K or cause it is 10K. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head downstairs, they were like, see the car going ahead, they were like, so I stepped downstairs, they were like, ooh yeah, see the car going ahead, they were like, oh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
What's your set? 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
11 MT, take. 11 MT.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age. Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play.
Gun.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him.
Hey, we're good.
3rd down and 6.
11, mighty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
Ready.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
All right, fellas.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here.
Achane hit in the ball zone, and the Bengals grab it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive, and of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
12. Stop.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Tua on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Double wide, high.
They hand it off to Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Watson, Oscar. Watson, Oscar.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
Here we go.
And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he has the 1st down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. In motion right here, Boyd. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
11 MT, 11 MT. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Mixon will try the right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Burrow will throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Here we go.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they covered him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Tua, a final shot before half. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Turbo 3, kick, out.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Turbo 3, kick.
Now a give to Mostert running right. Mostert hit when he drops the ball. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And they'll give this to Achane. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, Maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here we go, here we
From
go.
the 38 now, here's second down and 3.
11. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard
11,
line.
11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
Here we go, here we
And
go,
he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT, 11,
And they'll
11.
send the tight end in motion.
Stop.
First down. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 7.
12, 12, 12.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is Smith with the ground. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Don't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff running left is Mostert. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Ready. Watson, Oscar. 32 Stinger. 21G. Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab, turbo 2, ice jab.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for two.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes second down. Now Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
On one, ready?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
11.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Burrow going to get this out to Chase.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Here we go.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
12. Stop.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Gotta go.
Now this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
12. Stop.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
11. Stop.
Throwing. Burrow. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here comes second down at 5.
Let's go.
Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Tua. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
12. 11, Thomas.
To throw, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that changes everything here in OT. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That's a pretty strong return to start this overtime. And you know that if you run some decent offense, you should have a shot at a field goal. But I'd have to think to myself, I want the 6 points. I want this game over now. I don't want to give the other team a chance to come back and beat me.
A run straight ahead with Achane. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
Solo left Zion.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Ice jam. Ice jam.
Tua sets up to pass it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now time to see what Burrow can do here in OT. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
And it will surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we
Ball
go.
sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
It's Mixon on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield.
12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This to win it in overtime. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
All right.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Tempo three, kick. Ready.
Tua to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
Ready.
Second and 10. Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one.
Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like work for 10K or cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, ooh yeah. Courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here's Anders Carlson set to get this one started, and we are underway here at Lambeau. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. He'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 62 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run right side with Mostert. Fights loose. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
Well, he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Blaster, 6. Blue striker. Ready.
Now Love will try with his legs. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. On 1st and 10, Love. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Drill, 52. Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready,
Love will sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Up the middle, Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Ready. Yellow, blue.
Following the interception, Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Striker, 3, light blue. Ready?
3rd and 2. Love with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Ready up.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9.
10 cycles. 560. Hut.
Again, it's Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Completed out left to Dobbs. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Here we go. Claws raised. Ready.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing. Love. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
On the double.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Love. Now he steps away. What was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 75 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, a run by Achane. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. To the 43, second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On the handoff, it's Achane. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, come on, two.
Now Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, We didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Final minute now of the third quarter. Play fake. Here's Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Love now. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. That one goes for 24 yards. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Ready, set.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready, set.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Dillon will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Here we go.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Set.
Again, it'll be Dillon. And he'll tuck this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Shot, 17. Blue check. Ready.
They run again with Dillon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Ready.
Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that's a
Why would I hold him out for raps and wear my scope like Richard Branson?